Okay, looks like both players are ready. LuckyFool and Noblesse are ready. So we're going to be going into another best of one here at the Playhem $1,000 open tournament. I am Lurlian, going to be casting here with NrGLuckyFool. It's going to be good.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be good, great game. Triple GG all the way.
Triple extra GG for sure. It's going to be really good.
Alright guys, this is going to be Shakura's Plateau. We are going to have NrGLuckyFool as our red Terran down here in the right corner pocket.
Yeah.
We are going to have NrGLuckyFool, MVPNoblesse if you will, as our blue Terran up here in the left top pocket.
Yeah, and on this map, TVT usually makes for pretty interesting games. On some maps, I've seen so many TVTs, and TVTs usually turn out to be, one base, two base-ish. But on this map, it can sometimes turn into those crazy games where you go up to Vikings and battle cruisers because of the layout of this map. It's so good. This map allows so well for the map to be split in half by, our Terran players and, secure their side of the map and just defend against drops with a lot of missile turrets positioned all around the edges of their, territory. So I'm definitely hoping we're going to be seeing that.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of the maps, again, even with going with cross positions, that it can just get so crazy in TVT. As we saw at MLG Orlando, TLO versus Boxer went into like an hour and almost 20-minute match. I mean, these macro games that these TVT games can produce are just phenomenal.
Yeah, but are we going to see that in this game? I am not too sure, because we've seen Noblesse go for a gas-first build here on Shakura's Plateau, now adding on that barracks. But of course, getting at early refinery is either going to indicate some early Banshee play or some early factory medevac. We see Rainbow do a lot of that stuff, and Artist as well. They like to go up to medevacs really fast, and then do this weird kind of timing with Marines and Hellions into their opponent's base, and it can work out so extremely well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That early gas, just opting for that early tech aggression, going in again, like you said, that Banshee or medevac play. And we are going to see Noblesse kind of doing some kind of paranoia scouting, making sure there's no sort of proxy racks or anything crazy outside his base. And this is a pretty mirrored matchup so far, except we do see that factory going down for Noblesse just a little quicker, as again he did get that gas just a little quicker as well.
It is so funny, actually, that he scouted for that cheese. He was looking for proxy barracks, obviously, and then he just goes back. He didn't even scout after that, because he knows his opponent's going to have a Marine at the lower ramp, and he will not be able to see anything. So fantastic play out of Noblesse there, retreating at the right time.
Yeah, very nice. And we do see a Tech Lab going down for LuckyFool and a Reaper coming out. This is very interesting. You don't really almost see a lot of Reaper play with cross positions. You usually see it a lot. It's a lot more familiar with those close air positions because it's so easy for those Reapers to jump down the ramp and jump up that other ramp so quickly. So this is very interesting with the Reaper play.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a Reaper expand, and indeed we are. LuckyFool is moving his SCV towards that command center position at the natural. And ooh, that's a pretty risky build to be doing, man. Reaper expand, I do not know.
And even Noblesse senses he didn't scout where his opponent is, but he does have these Marines up here and the right side of his base, just waiting for that Reaper to come. So he's on his stuff right now, and we see a Hellion coming out.
Yeah, this is of course you know this, but a few people might not be aware of this. But a Reaper actually beats a Hellion one-on-one, while the first time I've always been watching StarCraft, and I'd never seen a one-on-one battle with the Reaper and a Hellion yet. So I was like, okay, the Hellion's gonna completely destroy the Reaper, and then the Reaper was like boom, 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 and the Hellion died, and I was like, what? That was pretty cool. Something else I'd like to point out is that the Marine count for LuckyFool is currently at a 1. He's making more Reapers, and one Marine not too good against a Banshee.
Yeah, definitely. And he's opting for a fast combat shield as well, and he's just continuing to produce those Reapers. So let's see what type of aggression he's going to do with these Reapers. Where did that...
No! Looks like his only Marine is going to be... No! Oh, the Marine actually lives. That was...
so close.
But it doesn't really matter. I mean, a Banshee will kill that Marine with one shot, and that Marine is not going to be doing too much damage. Does he have an engineering bay on the way? Yes, he does, so he will be able to get some turrets for defense. No cloak on the way, but still some turrets would be really nice to defend against that Banshee, because only 3 Marines, 4 Marines are out right now, and there's a Banshee heading over to the base of LuckyFool right now, and that Banshee's going to be doing an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, NrGLuckyFool getting a little supply block there, so his build not quite as refined as he wanted. That second Banshee getting stopped so long right now, so it is just going to be this one Banshee and taking out that SCV right before it finishes building that turret.
Yeah, there are a lot of turrets up everywhere right now. I think I've seen him build at least 3. He should build one in his natural as well. And that's going to keep him a little safe. Ooh, a little bit of a miscontrol there, and NrGLuckyFool taking a little bit more damage than he should in that Banshee. Combat Shields is now finished, and there's actually a good amount of Marines out right now, so I don't think he's in too much trouble. I think he can hold.
Yeah, definitely. He did get those turrets and find that nice timing of the engineering bay is going to help him be able to defend this. Ooh, but I don't know about this natural down here, Literally. I don't know if he's going to be able to push out any SCVs quite yet.
No, it's going to definitely disable the SCV production for a little bit. In the meantime, we see 3 Reapers out of LuckyFool jump into the main of NrGLuckyFool, but there is some Marines and Hellions there, but is there enough? Yes, there is. A Banshee joins up and cleans it up so easily. And the 3 Reapers that LuckyFool invested so much in making did absolutely nothing for him.
Yeah, those Reapers were quite a waste of gas, and again, they didn't really get anything they needed to be done. I mean, did he get any good scouting information? No, not really. All he's seen is that factory and that barracks. He still doesn't even know about the expansion as well.
No, he got no scouting information with that whatsoever. The Banshee is still flying around. Oh, the Banshee could be dying to one single Marine. And no, fantastic micro by NrGLuckyFool, but it's going to be going down now. I'm not sure why he went back in with that. His Banshee was at 2 HP. Why did he fly it back in there?
I have no idea. Yeah, a little bit sloppy on his part. He should be microing this Banshee just a little bit better, losing it again for no reason. So they're kind of about even with the Reaper and Banshee loss. But we do see the Blue Flame Hellion going down for NrGLuckyFool. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to have to see what type of aggression he is. Is he going to be opting for some drop play maybe with these Hellions? Because I don't think he's going to be able to go up the ramp quite easily.
This Banshee is in the worst position ever and dies as well. NrGLuckyFool, this is not what I'm used to seeing out of you, my friend. Losing 2 Banshees while he shouldn't have. He's also investing into Cloak for his Banshees while he just lost 2 of them. How many Banshees does he have left on the map? 0. So he's investing into Cloak and getting another Banshee. He's really, really investing a ton in these Banshees, and they haven't done as much damage as I think they should have.
Yeah, and obviously as we kind of see him now, he is moving into that mech play, just producing Banshees, tanks, and Hellions. He has not opted to go for the siege tech just yet, but we do see these Hellions now on the field, so we're going to have to see if they do slide past these bunkers and Marines. It's not going to look too good for them.
No, it is not going to look too good for those Hellions, I think. There's so many Marines there up at the ramp, and 4 Blue Flame Hellions, even though they can roast a lot of Hellions, they die pretty fast against Marines as well. The Marines, of course, with combat shields, so it's going to be a little while longer before they get killed. We actually see a scouting factory now for NrGLuckyFool, so he really wants to go with that mech play, and if you look at his base, that pretty much tells the tale of the mech playing Terran there. 3 factories there with a starport still producing Banshees. We actually see a now Banshee with Cloak heading up towards the natural of LuckyFool.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to try and continue that Banshee aggression. There's so many Marines on the field right now, Lirlian. 31 for our Lucky, but we do see our mech player, our Blue Terran, taking his 3rd, and he's just been macroing so well this game. He's been constantly up at least 12 to 15 workers.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you caught that, but the Banshee just went down, flew into that turret, then flew back and died to Marines. So he invested into Cloak and another Banshee, and once again did 0 damage. All those Banshees, they got a few Marine kills, but LuckyFool was handling this pretty well, and the only thing that he doesn't have going for himself right now is his army composition. Siege tank, Blue Flame Hellion versus Marines, not going to work out for the Marining player.
Yeah, not going to work at all. Those Blue Flames are going to do so much damage, and if he just goes into that Siege tech line as well, these Marines are going to explode into splatter in blood, and it looks like he's just going to try and kite him around with these Hellions all day long.
Yeah, and this is really coming back to the army composition. He's picking up right now and saving the last of his Marines, but as you can see by the supplies, that is really, really telling the tale of this game right now. 60 supply for LuckyFool. He doesn't have a 3rd base, and he's way, way, way down on resources lost. If he would have just gone for a conventional army composition after holding off those Banshees, he would have been in such a much better position, but he sticked with the mass Marine style for way too long, and NrGLuckyFool pretty much countering that as hard as possible.
Yep, we do see some drop play going down in Noblesse's base. These two medevacs are just get completely destroyed. Tanks and Hellions were ready for it. Vikings do pick off that last medevac, and it's really not looking good for our Red Terran player right now. Lucky is just so far behind. He was trying to get back in it with that drop play, and it just didn't do the damage he needed.
Now we finally see him add a little bit more of a conventional play to his army. A little bit of the more conventional units is what I was trying to say. The siege tanks have been added. Marines still are starting to come out as well, but he should have transitioned into those siege tanks a lot earlier, because looks like Noblesse is going to be pushing, and it's going to be near impossible to stop. It's going to be so tough. He needs to have siege tanks on the high ground, and that's exactly what he's doing, but even still, is it going to be enough? It's going to be so tough for LuckyFool to hold on here.
We have 11 tanks for Noblesse versus only the 3 tanks for Lucky, and so many Hellions and Banshees and Vikings. He is trying to get up the secret third over here, but it is spotted, so it's going to be taken out. He is going to have to cancel that. He is, sieging in a very nice place. Going to be able to take out all these gases. So many Marines going down. These Vikings giving the perfect vision. Not looking good, Lillian.
No, it's definitely not looking good. He one-shotted one of the few precious tanks that LuckyFool has. And what is LuckyFool doing right now? Is he countering with a siege tank and 3 Marines and a Viking?
Yes, Lillian, I think he's trying to go for the ultimate counter-attack. But these Hellions doing a great job of getting up the ramp and denying this second base, taking out so many SCVs. This base is going to have to lift up and get out of there. The siege tank's just doing so much damage. And I think Lucky not looking so lucky here.
No,
right now,
Lucky
Lillian
is definitely out of this. His little counterattack with the siege tank, the 3 Marines, and the Viking didn't work out either. So they are now retreating back to base. He's down to 62 supply to the 144 of MVPNoblesse. He does have a 4th base already situated, ready to fly out to a 4th base position where he pleases. He's adding more factories. He is not letting down on his macro. Well, he just has the best contain ever on his opponent. He just keeps on playing. What do you do when you're ahead?
You get more ahead, Lillian.
Oh man, I loved it when Testosis asked that question at DreamHack. They were like, "What do you do when you're ahead?" And the entire crowd was like, "Get more ahead." That was so much fun.
So crazy. We see this awesome containment again, like you were talking about, and these turrets at the 4th base just spread out so nicely. In this sensor tower, he's going to be able to deny any drops that possibly do come by. But I'd like him to retreat these tanks probably around this time. He doesn't have enough to back it up.
No, but why would he? I mean, he already has a new army standing by at his natural ramp. Siege tanks are coming out 3 at a time. Vikings being produced as well. And as of now, LuckyFool does not have enough units to break this contain whatsoever. He only has 4 siege tanks and about 8 Marines, or maybe a bit more. He has 9 Marines. Still not enough.
One more, Lillian. One more.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. But we do see double SCVs for Noblesse, and again, there's the GG.